Kayla, the booktube turtle. I'm not.
I am.
Oh, y'all. It's been a week. Okay.
And we went to Yallfest.
I didn't change faces because I'm excited about it either way.
And we got these, and we read them today.
We
And
did.
we're gonna talk about our thoughts.
First impressions
of like this chapter sample
from the Last Hours series.
book 1,
Book
Chain
1.
of Gold.
Cassandra Clare.
Brittany's really excited.
I'm very excited. To preface this, I read the Mortal Instruments back when it was a trilogy and like gonna stay a trilogy. So I read the Infernal Devices as they came out. Like I read each individual one that came out, and it immediately became my favorite Shadowhunters series and still is to this day. I love Tessa. I love Will.
We know you love Will.
We know
It's
I love Will.
crazy. Like I probably like had the potential to read them as they came out, but like all I did in middle school was just read Harry Potter over and over again. And by the time I found the Mortal Instruments, I was a freshman in high school.
Yeah, I read the first 3 books in middle school, I guess.
Yeah, it would have to be because all the Infernal Devices. Yeah, because it was my freshman year of high school when the last Mortal Instrument book came out. It
Okay.
came out May 27th.
Your first year of high school?
My first year of high school, so
When-
you would have been a sophomore.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Then
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I feel like I read one of them in high school, but it would have been the last Infernal Devices was when I was in high school.
Okay, yeah.
But like I think a freshman. But
Anyway,
anyway,
here we are.
I love Tessa and Will. Don't get me wrong, I love Jim. I love everything about the series. I love the setting. I loved the plot line more. I loved the characters, which is weird because I'm not like a historical kind of girl. I don't really like a lot of historical novels, so like I was kind of deterred at first by the fact it was set so far back. But nonetheless, we love an angsty boy, and that Will Hairdale is. So I'm super excited for this series. I'm thinking it'll probably be my second favorite already. So yeah, just to preface how excited I am. So this was one of the highlights of our Yallfest was getting this.
I mean, I was excited too. I wondered if it was going to be there, but
Yeah.
I just didn't think
I didn't
too
even
much
think
about it.
it.
This could be Cordelia, because is that the sword? Is that the special sword, Cortana?
I don't know if that's Cortana.
We
or
don't
not.
know who's on the cover of this.
Well, their hair is red.
Maybe it's like the Fairy Queen. I don't know why she would be on there.
It is the Fairy Queen. You gotta be correct.
Because
we
she
don't
has
have-
red hair.
We don't. Maybe it's the ghost. Didn't
What
she have
ghost?
red hair? The one that lives in the London Institute.
There's a
Jessamine. Jessamine.
And I don't think she has red hair.
I thought she had red hair.
I don't know why she would.
Anyway,
Anyway.
we don't know who's on this cover. Nope. Even though there is a Fairchild in the series, he is a boy, and
Not
he
this
does
girl.
not have red hair. So maybe this could be his mom. This could be
Charlotte? It is Charlotte.
Charlotte, the console, but I don't. She's like an adult, and not
Oh, yeah, that's true.
like a main character. But maybe she will be. I don't.
Who is this?
Who is it? I just don't know. I don't.
What do we want to talk about first?
As
As far as the content.
Okay, first thoughts.
James Harrendale. It's the first 2 words of this chapter sample. You can already tell he's a Harrendale.
He's such a Herondale, and I love him already.
I loved him from the first word. James.
Okay, from the first sentence, I was like, he's a Herondale. We started off with Herondale vibes. That's what I wanted.
We did.
In my mind, he's just like Will. Like, he looks just like Will reincarnate, but also like a little bit different.
Yeah.
Or at least what I pictured Will to be. Who
There's
is my
also
ideal man.
a lot of teenage characters running around.
There really are. It's almost like the Blackthorn family, but they're not
But they're not related, and it's hard to keep
they're
track
all
of
the same
how they're
age.
related.
It's hard to keep track of how they're related and who. They're all the same age, so like I don't. And obviously this is a chapter, so like we kind of get a little bit of their personalities, but like
not a whole
not
lot
enough
yet.
to differentiate them because they're all teenage angsty. Mostly this chapter is mostly boys.
Yeah, we get like a little bit of the two girls at the
Yeah,
end.
a little bit more. But
Which I like that. I was like, oh, they're friends.
they are
They're
friends. They're friends, and I'm excited. Everybody seems to be friends in this book, which is a hot take because when did Shadowhunters ever get along with each other? Wild.
They don't seem to like Alistair.
He's the only one though.
And like, we don't
Alistair's-
really, we don't get much of him yet, so I don't know
Yeah.
why they don't like him.
They said he was a bully, but I don't really.
I must have missed.
Yeah, they said that he bullied Thomas, but Thomas is back and he's hot. So maybe he won't get bullied anymore. Okay, we gotta slowly. Well, okay, first of all, this is a far left, but I want to talk about it now. So, as we were trying to figure out how they're all related and who their parents are and blah 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 blah. So, Matthew and James is Will and Tessa's kid.
Yes.
The hairdo. And then Matthew is his pair of a tie. Matthew is a Fairchild. He is Charlotte's
Charlotte.
son.
And Henry.
Charlotte and Henry's son.
Who both have red hair. How did he end up with blonde hair?
Oh, actually, I don't know because red hairs are recessive.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
Where did his
It's
hair
not.
come
It
from?
might not be like a straight Mendelian genetics kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Anyway, not important.
The important thing I want to talk about right here, right now, is that Kayla pointed out Charlotte is pregnant with him in the end of
I
the
could be
last
wrong,
Infernal
though.
Devices book.
But I feel like they were like, oh, like, she was gonna have a baby, and they were like all excited. I feel
I'm
like that was
pretty
a
sure
thing.
she was pregnant. Okay, so they talk about how there's this group of 4 boys. Thomas is the oldest.
That means that they would have had to have him. What?
Thomas is the oldest. Thomas
is Cecily's. No,
No,
correct. No.
Okay, first. We
These
haven't
white
even
ones.
gotten to our first point yet, but the point is, I am going to be so confused this entire book. I don't know who's related to each other. I don't know how. They're all related, and to make the
Who
matter
is
of the fact
Thomas's mother?
worse, whoever Gabriel married. No,
Sophie.
Gideon.
Sophie. So Sophie got pregnant before Charlotte? How was Thomas the oldest? I don't understand. Are these just inconsistencies?
They might be inconsistencies, first of all. Secondly, to make things worse, they also call people their aunt and uncle who aren't their aunt and uncle, and I'm already confused enough trying to figure out how all of these Shadowhunters are related. I don't feel like any of them are allowed to date because, like, not that, like, we're any stranger to incest, Cassandra Clare, but, like, it's like, I'm pretty sure most of them are, like, direct cousins, but they're all definitely gonna hook up, so I'm not really... Anyway, Thomas is the oldest. He is 18, and we know this because he just went on his year... What do they call it?
Travel year.
Travel year, yes.
He came back
He
on.
went to... Where did he go to?
Madrid.
He
I
went-
just read this.
Okay, I was gonna say, he went to Madrid, and he left a skinny, frail
Scrawny boy.
child,
Frail
and
boy.
came back a buff, tan, confident man. So I like Thomas already. Thomas and Will, I've got my... Will? James. I'm going to call him Will a lot. Thomas and James, I've got my eye on. Anyway, he's the oldest. He is Sophie and Gideon's child.
Yes.
So they had to get pregnant first.
And we just didn't hear about it, maybe?
I don't know.
Maybe we didn't, I just forgot. But I feel
Secondly, there's Christopher. We don't really know how old Christopher is. Christopher is Cicely and
like Gabriel.
Gabriel's. He's got to be a little bit younger because Cicely's like 15.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, because Cicely is Will's little sister.
She's like not like young,
Yeah, not
but like
but like
even by like the old London standards, that was young to have a kid. I feel like.
So yeah, he would have. Maybe he's the youngest.
He might be the youngest. Anyway, like in between, like definitely younger than Thomas, are the parabatai, James and
Matthew,
who is the Fairchild son of Henry and Charlotte. So if Charlotte was pregnant with Matthew unless they have a sibling.
Oh, they do. Oh my gosh, I just realized this. Maybe, or I guess, yeah. Matthew was not the first child.
I'm upset because before our theory was, if Charlotte was currently at the end of the series pregnant with Matthew, if she was, and James is pretty similar, like within a year in age, like Will and Tessa would have had to like have gotten to business. So, in theory, and maybe this could, I don't know.
We need to see if he has an older sibling.
We do need to see if he has an older sibling. If Matthew has an older sibling, this blows his theory
like
out
it
of the
only
water.
talks about like the immediate group in this chapter sample,
Yeah.
so like we don't know what the rest of it is.
So it blows this theory out of the water. But if they are this close in age, and Matthew was the one she was pregnant with at the end of the Infernal Devices series, I think that James was conceived in the cave.
In the cave. At the end of, towards the end of
You all know.
Bird Princess, you know.
You know. We all know. So that's our first conspiracy theory with this book, which might just be totally not.
And I made a whole conspiracy theory video for Queen Mary Darkness, and most of my things were wrong, but I think it's really funny. Knowing the truth now, going back and watching
It is funny. So that's the thing. That's the conspiracy, which I'm a fan of.
I like it.
But yeah, mainly I learned that I can barely keep main characters straight. Like, I still don't know all of the Blackthorn children.
Oh, I do. In order.
Okay, I guess I do. It's Julian. Oh no. No. It's well, I was thinking of the immediate Blackthorn.
Yeah,
It's Helen, Mark, Julian. Give me a second. Is Drew the next oldest? Oh, the twins.
The twins.
Duh.
Ty and Libby, and then Drew.
And then Drew,
And
and then
Tabby. So many Blackthorn children.
See, I can barely keep them straight. So, like, how am I ever gonna keep so far we're at 6 teenagers straight, and all of them are kind of related or definitely gonna date. Oh, there's 7, because that one girl's coming.
Oh, Grace.
Grace
Blackthorn. I don't know the deal with her yet.
I'll never get them straight. I will definitely call Lightwood. I don't know why, but sometimes I call Lightwoods Blackthorns.
It's okay. So many children.
Just
all like the hair and eyes don't match up all the time with all the characters either, so you can't be like, oh, well, this character, like, as far as like helping you remember.
That, I mean, like, I barely remember the names of the families, Kayla. I don't remember her and I that go with them. I in my head, Julian is still blonde, which doesn't make sense because I don't think Lightwoods are blonde.
He's not a Lightwood.
This book is gonna drive me crazy. It also confuses me because, like, especially when they're siblings, and like, okay, not only do I have to keep track of who their parents were in the previous book and how they're related to all of these other characters, but now I'm like, okay, well, who's their descendants in the future? And there's so
like it branches off too, so it's like not everybody is like connected to the ones. I don't know. There's a lot happening.
Sandra Claire, how do you do it? Okay. Continuing on past our wild conspiracy theory and the fact that I will never, ever call them the correct names or know who they're related to. Literally, like, I will love the series and I will thoroughly read it over and over, and it will be the end of the series and I'll be like, yeah, well, Cordelia Blackthorn, and you're gonna be like, what? I'm gonna be like, what? Oh. So Cordelia is Carstairs.
Yes. Remember that because that's Emma's middle name.
That's true.
Cordelia.
Her
Also
mom
just
was
sounds
also
like a
Carstairs.
Yeah, Emma's mom's name was Cordelia too.
Her father is Jim's uncle.
Yes.
But they also call him uncle. Like James and Lucy.
Lucy, yeah. Who is James's sister.
James's sister. How much of an age difference do you?
I don't know. Like, James is older.
James is older.
Oh, she's 16.
Is he 17?
Yeah, so I'm not far apart.
Where was I going with that?
I don't know. We were talking about Cortana, the Carstairs family.
But
don't
does Cortana get passed down through Oh, I was gonna say through Jim's line, but Jim is
He's the Carstairs.
well, yes, but he's also a silent hunter for I need you all to know I got 3 hours of sleep.
And we were at Yallfest all day, so
I'm exhausted.
so much.
But I'm also genuinely this dumb, so don't be fooled. I genuinely am this bad at remembering things. But I was gonna say, like, did it get passed down through Jim's lineage? But Jim doesn't have a lineage yet.
Oh yeah, he's about to.
Man, if I was an immortal warlock, I don't think I would want to have babies over and over. Like, I think like once would be enough for me.
Yeah, but I feel like
I don't know. Oh no, she's like pregnant. Okay, I was
yeah,
I don't know if they're gonna have kids.
she's pregnant.
Is that a spoiler?
I would put a note like spoilers up through this book.
Yeah,
I
guess that's true. Because, but like, it's hard not to. This book is about Will and Tessa's children, so like,
yeah, I guess you could.
that's a spoiler, though. If you go back and read the Infernal Devices, because the love triangle is a huge plot point.
That is true. I mean, she
Like,
does
huge.
end up with both of them. There's just a 130-yard gap.
Yeah, and I guess that, like, honestly, if you read this series first and then went back and read the Infernal Devices, you'd know that Tessa and Will end up together, but you probably wouldn't know that. Oh, you definitely, I obviously, since this is set in the 1800s still, you wouldn't know that Tessa and Jim get together.
Yeah, because you would only see Jem as a silent brother. You wouldn't see him become not a silent brother.
Right, so
Because
like,
that's in City of Heavenly Fire.
Well, yes.
Because you didn't. Yeah, I guess you never remember that part.
No.
Yeah, so it's City of Heavenly Fire.
Anyway, the point being, this whole book is a spoiler to that series.
Yeah.
Because they have kids.
I mean, it's the same way that, like, the Dark Artifices is, like, a whole spoiler to, like, the Mortal Instruments. No, maybe not a whole spoiler, but, like, you're not gonna know what's going on. Oh, so you didn't read any of City of Heavenly Fire? So you didn't meet little baby Emma and Julian when they were, like, little babies?
No.
And by babies, I mean 12-year-olds, but...
No, I stopped after the original trilogy. I tried to read the fourth book. To be clear, I don't like Clary. Which I think is the consensus.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, the beginning, so, like, obviously, like I said, I read the original trilogy when it was meant to be a trilogy.
Yeah.
So I was like, when I finished the third book, I was like, there are no more of this series. And then there were more of the series, so it's not like I, knew that I had to get through 6. Like, so I went and I tried to read the fourth book when it came out. And it was just so... I literally don't think I made it halfway through the book.
Oh, yeah. The fourth and fifth book, like, they were struggles.
Like, that whole time, and I know this, I remember this because I've read this one book over and over trying to get back into that series so I can finish it, and I can't do it, because, whatever, they walk back upstairs, Jace is gone, and Clary's like, my world is over. Like, you just like stopped a war, hun. Like, you and other people collectively, but like you played a big part of it. And she's like, no, like I can't do anything. Jace is gone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because Jace is gone, and she's like looking for him. And she's like, I don't care if he's evil. I don't care if he's good. Like, whatever. Or maybe I'm evil with him. Like, anything that he is, I am, because we are one, and without him, I'm dead. And I'm like, oh my god. There is like Herondale angst, and there is like Clary's annoying.
Oh my god.
It's true. Self.
It's true.
There's balance to it, because like she does have like really powerful moments and blah blah blah, blah, but like I really like female leads that, like, obviously like people are gonna have bad moments and stuff like that, but I don't like whiny female leads, because it just takes away from the powerful moments. Because like, especially like in that book, because she's like, I can't do anything without a man, which is like not what I want from a female lead. And I love love interest, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know how I got on that tangent. I'm not gonna read that. I'm not gonna read those three.
I used to remember reading City of Heavenly Fire and like having like Emma and Julian's little pieces throughout that, and they were talking about, or like Julian was like, we should be paper tying. I was like, terrible idea. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's gonna cause you so many problems later. I was right. Literally the only reason they did it though was so that they could stay together and they wouldn't be like sent to two different places, because well, everybody's parents died in the war. So they're like, we should be paper tying. I was just like, that's a bad idea, because you already know it's a bad idea. Like I think it was Emma knew. She was like, maybe the feelings will just go away. It's just like, you're stupid. Okay.
Yeah, and I really like Emma a lot, and I don't think that she's whiny, but like the first book was so good, and the second one
It's one of my favorite books.
was okay, but
The third one,
I'm not finished with it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
it's good, but it's probably my least favorite in the series.
I'm not finished with it because I'm still in the first half, and that's the hardest to get through. So
Yeah.
but this one, I know that I will finish in like 2 days. So we've got the 4 boys. What do they call it? The Merry Thieves? What? You missed that part.
Oh,
I
I
did
did
read
read
something
something
about
about that. Oh yes.
Which is so funny, because like I get so
I get
ingrained
that.
with like the downworld hatred from the other books. Like this one, they literally go hang out in the downworld.
Yeah, and like
nobody
everybody
cares.
knows them. They're just like, hey.
Which like there's still like obviously like a little bit of tension, but like it's a very different world.
Oh
than
yeah.
The Merry Thieves, which is based off Robin Hood's 4 boys. James and Christopher are cousins.
Yes, because
Cicely.
Cicely would be his
But
actual
James
aunt.
and Thomas are not cousins.
Correct.
And
Because
then
James isn't related to Sophie or Ian.
Thomas and Christopher are
Are cousins because of Gideon and Gabriel being brothers.
brothers.
Right.
And
This hurts my head.
Matthew is James's parabatai.
Yes.
Is anyone else related?
Oh,
Are
like,
they related to the Carstairs at all? No, they just call him uncle.
yes,
they're not blood.
yes, they're not blood related. I mean, they could be at some point. We don't really know.
Okay.
Oh,
So that is, we mapped it out for you, don't worry. Okay.
yeah.
So it's kind of just about them in
we're
the beginning,
excited.
and getting to, it introduces them, the boys. You know.
Maybe like with the actual book, we'll get like a little bit of time with like each character.
Yeah, I think we definitely
Instead of like
will.
all of them together all at once.
And
it might help like.
It's like through James's perspective, and I guarantee we'll get each of their
Oh, yeah.
perspectives and stuff. I mean, not his third omniscient perspective.
Yeah.
You know how Cassandra Fair, right?
It's jumps around.
And then we get a little bit of Cordelia and Lucy.
Oh yeah, at the end.
So, and you get a little bit of like foreshadowing for the book of like stuff that James is dealing with,
Oh yeah.
stuff that Cordelia is dealing with, because those are the 2 perspectives you get in this one chapter.
Yeah.
So definitely some intuition into problems that are going to be happening, as well as
we're not like, it doesn't like, there's not really anything about like what the main like bad thing that's happening is yet.
No, and in fact, there's like a lack of bad things happening.
Yeah.
They talk about how there's like no demons
lack of demons
in London.
Yeah, because like they're like demon hunting at the beginning and they kill a demon and they're just like, this is a rare thing to happen these days.
Oh, here it is. This is the description, I think.
Oh.
So the main character is Cordelia, not James or Lucy, which I mean, obviously they're all going to be so intertwined, but I didn't realize that it followed Cordelia. Mostly. As in the sense that, like, the first one followed Clary and the second one followed Tessa, but, like, obviously more so. But you know what I mean. So, the main bad thing seems to be, after this lack of demon attacks, there's going to be super demon attacks.
Just
super mega unkillable.
They're like nothing that have been fought before.
Anyway, I'm excited. I love good friend group drama. I'm very excited.
Very excited.
And note, March 3rd, 2020 is when it comes out, which is actually really soon.
Yeah.
And very close to my birthday.
Yeah.
Send me copies. I didn't really get enough about the girls to really know if I like them or
that's
not.
true.
So, for boys, unfortunately, I guess all it takes is them being hot and angsty. Well, that's a problem.
It's a Herondale.
It is a Herondale.
James Herondale.
We're ready for ya. See you soon.